Well, good morning, my friends. What has got me up at 4:30 in the morning? Well, I want to meet Richard Petty. And the first 100 people today at Petty Appreciation Day get a wristband to meet Richard and Kyle Petty. So, had to get up early for it today. Daze with Jordan the Lion begins right now. And I'm not the only one out here early. There's already about 8 cars. It's only 6 a.m. and I would bet that this line is already 100 deep. I'm glad I got here early. And they keep coming every couple of minutes. So here's the deal with today. Today is Petty Appreciation Day, and it's 75 years that the Pettys have been in racing. So they are from 9 o'clock till 1 p.m. They are basically opening up the doors of the childhood home, opening up the museum, and if you're one of the first 100 in line, you get a wristband where you get to meet and get a photo with Richard Petty and Kyle Petty, and you can get 2 items signed by them. Now the crazy thing is that I actually got into town early yesterday, went to the museum to buy like a Petty technology or Petty racing sign to get signed, and every single thing in the store was already signed by Richard Petty. So I did find something at Walmart that I brought to get signed, but we're still waiting 2 hours for them to hand out the wristbands, then another hour to take the photos. But this should be a fun day because we're gonna get to meet 2 legends and get to see inside the Petty childhood home. And here's the kicker. So far, everybody I've talked to that is out here 4 hours early has already met Richard Petty before, and they want to meet him again. I'm the only one that's meeting him for the first time. So I kid you not, every single thing in the Petty Museum was already signed. So I found this. This is from the Cars movies. Richard Petty plays the character King. So I'm gonna have him sign that. I mean, I'm not really here for the autograph. I'm mainly here, I want to get a photo with him. I want to meet him. Ever since I came to the museum, I've been watching documentaries on the Petty family, and I have a lot of respect for him, so I'm real excited today.
The band gets you 2 things signed. If you just need a picture with Richard, you don't need a band, you can stand in line. But you will only get 2 things signed if someone is at the beginning of the line when you're up there with him, to make sure it's only 2 things.
Nice jacket.
Try to be diligent.
Awesome, thank you very much. All right, now we're driving over to the homestead. Looks like they're gonna have us park on the family lawn where after Lee Petty retired from racing, he used to put golf balls out there. He became obsessed with golf and was always out in the front lawn. So historic parking place. Thinking I might have him sign underneath my hat for my second autograph. You have to pay to park, and they give you this metal placard, and it's already signed by Richard. Since I'm not showing my car, they're doing kind of a car show. They have me park in the back, and this is famous because the Pettys basically don't ever get rid of any of their stuff. They just junk it in the back, and so they're known for having like old car parts and old cars, old race cars piled back here. I mean, look at all this stuff back here. It's like an old like type of bus, bunch of old vehicles. That definitely could have been Lee Petty's car. Got some old stuff back here too. An old football. Could have been Kyle's football. And then some old bumpers in this oh, look at that, a bunch of old tires. Now, what are those? Yeah, there's all kinds of old cars back here. An Imperial. My grandpa had a couple of Imperials. See, look at that. That is pretty amazing. Man, just some of that crazy stuff you never get to see when you normally come here. Over here you can see the old Petty Pontiac. sign. Take a look at this. So Richard's brother Maurice used to work on all of his cars. So it says Maurice Petty, and then there's Richard popping out of the window. This is awesome. And they have actually Richie Petty's car out here. How cool is that? Long lineage of family members racing. Richie Petty's over here signing that.
Okay. What happened was,
That's pretty cool.
We are. Here's his camera right here. So.
I don't know which building it is, but I do know that the car that Adam crashed in and passed away in, Kyle said he still has that car. Look at the gas pump. Lee Petty Engineering. It's got all their numbers. 41, 42, 43. Level cross. And even Maurice, the chief. This is usually off limits area. Oh, check this out up here. Petty's Body Shop. Physical fitness department. There's the Petty side porch. There's Richard with a Pepsi ad. Oh, I guess he's selling moonshine too. You can see all kinds of people are coming and going already. I think I read that they're supposed to have the house open for house tours. Home place of Elizabeth and Lee Petty. Birthplace of Richard and Maurice. So they have a line to do the meet and greet. I guess we're actually doing the meet and greet in front of the house, which is pretty cool. They have ads for if you want Richard Petty to do a cameo for you. That's what this is. There's nobody in line yet, but they've got their stuff up here, so we'll come back a little later. We'll look around. Here's the front of the museum. I discovered this yesterday when I was looking around. Signed Richard Petty masks. So I'm gonna get one of these on the way out. Their shirts are literally the only thing in here not signed. See, that's signed up here on the top. That one's signed at the bottom. He's all over it. There's the big bobblehead of Richard with a bunch of his Winston cups, trophies. Lee Petty's car. Won the inaugural Daytona 500 in 1959. In this, a 67 Plymouth of Richard's. They have quite a collection here. He won 27 races with this and 19 poles. This was his most winning race car. And then these are the cars that they display from the movie Cars. That's his character King. And his wife Linda, they based her favorite car off of her. And you can't celebrate 75 years of Petty tradition without her. She is missed. Those are all belt buckles. These are all different keys to the city. The guy is beloved to say the least. Here's a bunch of Richard's gun collection on display. Now they had something called the King's Court where I think you pay $250 and you get to present your car to the king. And you get 5 minutes with him, and then they choose a winner out of this. This is Kyle Petty's car. It is a 48 Packard. Very cool. They have quite a collection. Here's a Plymouth Volare that Richard's already signed. I mean, it's his car, so He's allowed to. Oh wow, he even signed it like it was a race car up here for a prospective buyer. I think I'm gonna go out there and get in line now. See a General Lee over there on a trailer coming in. Oh, look at this.
Right there.
Alright, I'm gonna get in line. So it says to receive an autograph, you must have a checkered wristband. We got it. Please have your camera and 2 items ready. No personalization, no usage of personal pens. 2 items per wristband and 1 photo per wristband. Okay, fair enough. And like I said, I kid you not, there is all kinds of footage of Lee Petty after he had his big accident. Almost died and he retired. Him out here putting golf balls constantly. And they've been having this festival, this kind of thing for decades. I mean, I found footage where back in the 70s they were doing it and the line would be all the way out the lawn out here.
But of all the champions in stock car racing, Richard Petty is the greatest. As you look out here and see all these people and know of Richard's success, what does it mean to you?
It's an inner satisfaction that you accomplish and it materialize over the years.
And Richard said, I love to sign autographs because every time I sign an autograph, it's me saying thank you to the fans for giving my family and me a good life, for caring about us and supporting us. So he said he loves to sign autographs, as you can tell inside. They just opened the front door. I'm hoping they do the tours today because they've lived here a long time before electricity and running water. Yep, looks like it's open. We just saw some guy come out and sit on the porch and we're like, is it open to walk through? And he's like, oh yeah. So this is a memorial walk. People have bought bricks. There's the historical landmark. And yeah, Richard, his father, mother, and brother all lived here. Man, I can't wait. This is awesome. Inside Richard Petty's house.
Upstairs in 1937, in one of the bedrooms.
So we just walked in.
This is where he lived.
The old solid floors too, buddy.
Yeah, boy, this is back when they really built that.
Yeah.
Back when they really built the house.
I assume this was their room? The boys' room?
No, the boys' rooms was upstairs, right above us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ah, and that's a no-go on the staircase.
Well, the kids, don't look at that over there, just put your head up. I ain't doing that. Ain't that so cool? I'll show you a little something that Mr. Lee ran a little bit of moonshine back in the day. Yeah? And so You think so? he had that rope right there rigged, one of the bedrooms upstairs for a trap door. He had to come down here and pull that rope to open that door for the moonshine to go down into the wall.
Man.
When they walked in the closet, all they saw was a wall, and he'd pull that rope and it would open up.
Unreal.
Secrets of NASCAR.
Yeah,
That is awesome. They
Yeah.
pull it, get us some moonshine.
afraid to say.
And now they're selling it in the shop here.
Yeah.
Can't be mad at that.
Can't go upstairs.
Man, that was awesome.
But in here it looks like this was the
1952.
TV room.
That's when Lee and Elizabeth bought it from Elizabeth's mom.
Literally.
And I found out yesterday.
Oh, they bought it from Elizabeth's mom.
Richie Petty, Maurice's son, that was Elizabeth's grandmother.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she was a teen. If you guys haven't been down to where the Petty brothers have got stuff down there, you need to walk down there.
That's cool stuff.
Yeah.
Real cool stuff.
Yeah. I appreciate it, man.
We
Yeah,
didn't
man.
take a look at the kitchen yet. High chair. Man. Just the conversations that would have been had in here, the influence these people have had on racing, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Wow. Original furniture?
Some of it is, some of it's not, some of it is.
Wow. And then there's the little porch outside they always talk about. Wow, that is pretty cool. Inside the house.
Well, come on in and look around. If you got any questions, I'll try to answer them for you.
Look at that. Family photo up there. The racers.
It was built in 1924, and Lee and Elizabeth bought it in 1952. Richard and Maurice, the two brothers, were born upstairs in that bedroom and stayed in the same bedroom until they were like...
So Richard was married, he said, right?
Yeah.
Imagine that, living
I
with your
asked him
brother.
one day, I was down here on his birthday one day, and I asked him, I said, what time were you born, Richard? He said, somewhere around 10:30 in the morning. He said, that's the reason I like to sleep late. He sleeps late a lot.
Wow. When I was here last, I was talking about how I'd love to see inside. Now I have. Man, what a great day it's been. Oh, this is an ultimate fan here. Great job. Oh wow, you did the other arm also.
Got the whole Petty family on there.
Yeah, wow.
Dale Lindman, Mr. 8-Time, STP, Adam, Kyle, Lee, Maurice.
That's amazing. Over here, Thad Moffat's signing autographs. And you can actually buy wrecked or pieces of his wrecked car here.
Appreciate it, bud. What's going on? How are you? Good. I'll take everything. Good. That's pretty cool. Boom.
Yeah, these were free, so I'm gonna go ahead and have them sign one. It is really popping around here. There are a lot of people milling around.
Stuff for me to sign?
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind, that'd be great. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Can I get a photo with you?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, they've got a couple of chairs out there and the table.
Can come out to dinner.
All right, it looks like it's about that time. They're prepping us. I assume that's him in the black truck. His house, he can drive wherever he wants.
Oh, there he is.
Oh yeah, there he is.
Yep.
Yeah! There's Kyle. So they're cutting the wristband off as you make your way up there, so you don't go through the line twice. And they're up there waiting for us right in front of the house. He's got the North Wilkesboro Speedway sign. So here's our line, and then all these people that didn't get passes to see him just wanting to see him over here. He's the king.
That's a clock. That's what the clock on the internet. Brand new.
Pretty cool memento there. Alright, it's my turn.
So you want Kyle to sign this one?
Yeah.
You want both of them to sign?
No, just Richard and then both of them on my hat.
Come here. Right here. Hold on, we gotta wait for Rebecca. Cheese
I know, done with it. David Holmes. Get him on this side.
Go ahead and go around behind them in the back.
You want to
Okay.
walk
Well, I was
behind
gonna, they're supposed to send this too.
them? Okay, you want them to both sign this
Yeah,
one?
under
Okay.
the rim.
Got it.
Thank you. Yeah.
That's yours, right?
Thank you. Thank you both. That was very kind of you to come out today. And that is what Richard signed for me, as well as they both signed under my hat, which was kind of a crazy thing to ask, but not so much from them, I guess. It's the season for this hat anyway, so how perfect to have Richard Petty sign it and Kyle Petty. My traveling hat. What a cool fun day for all. I finally got to meet him. Awesome. Both of them. Pretty amazing day. Now there's one thing in the gift shop I wanted to buy before this day's over. That's right, I needed the mask. Only $2.50 and it's signed. This is insane. They have a telephone in here, like a telephone booth, right outside, and look inside. Well, the phone is even signed by Richard Petty. Now let's go into the garage and take a look at some of the historic cars. Over here they have two of Kyle's victory cars. It says this car was when Chrysler boycotted the first half of the season in 1964. Richard started drag racing and he competed in the second half of the season with NASCAR and won 4. There he is driving this car. And this one's important because this is his very first race car. He raced it as a convertible, so you can see how the top would come up. Raced it in 1957 as a hard top. Then if you go down here, kind of bookending it, they have his last car, which he actually wrecked in Atlanta of 1992. But they really, you know, everybody wanted him because he had done his farewell tour to be able to at least finish the race. So as he said in an interview, his guys cobbled together a front end so that it was good enough. And if I remember right, I don't think the hood was even on there. I think it was like just the front roll cage and everything. They cobbled it together so that he could at least drive it over the finish line. That is pretty cool to see. Very last race. And then here's the 78 Monte Carlo. It says the beginning of the 78 season, he was driving a Dodge, and on July 17th, he switched to the Chevy. He finished 6th in points. And this was also one of his last years of racing cars. This is the 92 Appreciation Farewell Tour. He drove this on that tour as well. This section is dedicated to Adam Petty, who lost his life doing a practice run in New Hampshire. And They said that he basically had all the best traits of all the Pettys. He had the best traits of Lee, Richard, and Kyle. Probably would have been maybe one of the greatest racers of all time. And after he passed away, I believe Kyle raced in the Daytona 500 in Adam's car. And that was Adam's go-kart. Another one of his go-karts back there. Whizzer bike gifted from Richard. And back here's where it all started, so we definitely got to see this before we go. This was Lee Petty's garage back here. It's where he worked on his race cars, where it all started for the family. His first race car in this shed in 1949. Headlight down there.
Just as I won the 1954 NASCAR style car racing.
You can definitely see the form of the original shed that they built and added onto. Quite a place, quite a complex. Well, my friends, we are gonna call it a day for Petty Fest. Hope you guys all enjoyed Petty Appreciation Day. 75 years in racing. This was a great day for me. This was awesome. Have a great night and goodbye.